Hey, what's going on, Pisces? How are you? Pisces, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate your time, your energy, your patience. Just, oh my God, thank you guys just so much for supporting the channel. Thanks so much. And if you're here for the first time, I welcome you to the channel, okay? Pisces, this is going to be a love reading for you for June for 2019. You know what? Way back in January, I started a series called Separation Station where we really explored the idea of reconciliation between you and, whatever twin flame or soulmate that, you just felt you were in separation with, okay? It's been what, 5 or 6 months since then. So we're just going to take a look at those energies again, Pisces. So if you're in separation right now with your twin flame, this message may be for you. Pisces sun, moon, rising, and Venus, as well as cross watcher. Okay, sometimes cross watchers energy will be influenced in this because the energy is fluid, and time is fluid as well. Okay, so you may experience this some point before June, in June, after June. It doesn't matter. Okay, whenever you're guided to watch this. So we're going to go ahead and just thank Spirit right now for the opportunity to be able to be here. Thank you, Spirit, for the messages that you will be allowing us to interpret. Don't force a message. Please don't force a message to resonate with you if it doesn't. All right. Like I said, just watch your moon, rising, and Venus signs, or watch the sign that you want to cross watch for. Or you know what, you maybe sometimes can just come back later. Sometimes you can kind of just come back in a week or two and things might make a little bit more sense. And if they still don't, then you can go ahead and check out any other reader here on this awesome channel. Okay, so let's take a look at the energy, the central energy for you, Pisces. All right, Spirit, thank you so much for the energy. Thank you so much for your messages. Just allow us to be able to interpret this for Pisces. Okay, so we have let go of control issues. I think Aries had the same card as well. But let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Okay, so Pisces, interestingly enough, I think that a lot of us, or a lot of you during this time, could be dealing with a situation where, you're just trying to control the outcome a little bit too aggressively. I don't know, this could be where, Pisces, there could have been someone here in this situation that just wasn't really giving you all of the information, all of the facts. They weren't really being, not that they weren't being honest, it's just that they were just omitting certain things because they knew that, they knew exactly how you react, or better yet, they didn't know how you were going to react. And so their way of keeping control of the situation was by, just kind of feeding you information as needed. And that's generally what I feel here. I mean, that could have been you, that could have been them. Okay, but somebody just wasn't able to really just allow the situation to really just unfold in a very natural and healthy way. It was just too much interference. And that could have been with people from the outside as well. Okay, so Pisces, you or your person just may have, they also may have allowed other people from the outside looking in to kind of interfere, with either your opinions or, they interfered, just meddled in the relationship altogether. So let's take a look at some of the shadow aspects of this, some things that are in the background, something that's hidden about this relationship. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate it. So the card that popped over was forceful. Yeah, definitely. And that goes right along there with that control issues there, because someone was definitely just trying to just really, like I said, force a situation, force an outcome. Almost through intimidation in a way. You know, and however that fits to anybody out here. Of course, it's a very general reading. Borderline abusive, if not necessarily abusive, you know, if not just full out abusive, you know, but it definitely had those tendencies. You know, if it wasn't physically, it was psychological. Pisces, you may have been dealing with somebody, like I said, who was just very intimidating, and they knew that they were intimidating, and they used that trait to, you know, just kind of control the flow of the relationship here. Okay, some more things that are in the foreground here. All right. So we have observer. We have observer. And this is interesting. Give me 1 second. I have to see how this is really tying in, because what I feel like in the foreground of this whole matter, like in the background of this, like, so going back to the background, like what you may have not known, Pisces, is that this person was just, you know, kind of using intimidation tactics against you on purpose, right? But in the foreground, right, at the same time, it's like, oh yeah, it's like they really, really, I don't know, it's like they really admired you, they really watched you, they were really, you know, just kind of watching how you would react to things. They may have been like, just really like, oh man, yeah, they could have really been like, the kind of person to, like, you know, be like kind of stalking you, like online, like, you know what I mean? Like if ever you weren't right around them, they were the kind of person to where they were always checking up on you on social media, you know, to see your location, to see the people that you're posting pictures with, to see who you're with, who you're being tagged with, you know, the location of where your posts are coming from, right? Like they're all up in it, you know. They're all up in it. And I don't feel like, and I even feel like it's like not even on a level of it being with just you, you know, like they may have been doing that same behaviors to like the people that are around you, like your friends, your peers, you know, your family, people like that, because they know that that's the best way to like keep tabs on you, right? Is to like look at the people that you, you know, that you associate yourself with. So, interestingly enough, Pisces, this person was very, very, just, you know, it's almost creepy in a way. It's almost creepy in a way. Like this person was just so controlling to the fact that where they couldn't even let you go to the bathroom in peace. I mean, that's just some of you. This is kind of really specific, but that's just the message that I'm getting. You know, however this resonates to you guys. But we're going to pull some tarot to see what other messages that we get here. Okay, Spirit. Yes, I'll do it that way. Okay, yeah. So we have the Eight of Wands here in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like someone was very, very, you know, not only were they intimidating, like with, you know, like how, with their personality, but I do feel like they kind of like, I don't know, they had this, like this thing where they may have held certain things over your head. You know, they kind of maybe used little things that they have helped you with, like as ammunition to, you know, put you beneath them in a way, right? And it's just like, you know, here, you know what I mean? It's like here on the set with the Seven of Pentacles and then the Knight of Wands. I get this energy where someone also was like really just waiting around to see if, you know, maybe if this person would change, if this person, you know, would just waiting around to see what could really grow from this. But the thing about it here is like with the Emperor, with the Empress and then the Four of Pentacles, I just really think that the relationship was just really put on a standstill because, again, someone is definitely coming from some very, very, very dark and kind of like creepy and scary energies here. Definitely. So Pisces, I almost want to say it's almost like you really dodged a bullet here because this Knight of Wands is somebody who's definitely is just, you know, I feel like they're definitely just kind of just in and out, or not really in and out, right? It's just like they just really have one particular motive, and whatever that motive is, you know, they are trying to, like, they were trying to keep you pigeonholed, or they were trying to keep you like feeling some sort of way so that you wouldn't have to discover that this is the type of person that they are, you know. So Pisces, you could have been dealing definitely with a fire sign, or I want to say maybe a Capricorn for sure. I really don't see a Capricorn behaving this way, but you know, I mean, hey, that's relative, you know what I mean? It didn't have to be a Capricorn. It's just the signs that I see. This is actually interesting because Pisces, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, this is like my second take for you guys because I had a technical issue uploading your very first video. And that video was about, in that reading, it was about you were dealing with like someone who was like very elusive, someone who, you know, the way that they had been able to, like, they had been kind of like been a manipulator of feelings. And the way that they were doing that was by, you know, every time like you would try to get really, really, really close with them, like they would find an excuse to like kind of like make a fight or whatever. And this person possibly could be doing that here with the Knight of Wands. I feel like this person could be doing that. This person knows that you're waiting on them, or this person knows that, you know, you're waiting for a situation to get better so that you guys can grow. However, they really are holding on to the type of personality that they are, and they're holding on really, really tight. Maybe they feel like that is, you know, what's going to yield the best results from this relationship, or they thought that that's what was going to yield the best results. But ultimately, I think that just looking at this, I think that communication and you know, just someone kind of just dealing with their own dark energies is just what really caused you, Pisces, to just kind of say, you know what, enough is enough, right? But I do feel like they still are, like, even in separation right now, I feel like they still are like looking at you. They're still, you know, trying to get information from you, from other people, you know. So you're still dealing with that type of energy here. Let's take a look and see what any messages, any things that are going unsaid between the both of you, some things that may have been said between the both of you. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. Spirit, may I have one message, please? Thank you. So we have, I just wasn't ready for you. The funny thing about that is that card has really been coming up for a lot of the signs. For I'll say about several of the signs, about 4 or 5 of the signs that card has come up for. It kind of has been a running theme here in these messages, where it's just that, you know, that somebody just does not feel as though they were really ready to just embark on the relationship, or they just weren't ready to just take on responsibilities of the particular relationship. Okay. But in this instance, what I feel though is, I feel like that is a reason as to why this person felt as though they needed to control the situations, and it's just really because they just really felt. Actually, what it is they felt actually intimidated by you. Okay, and it was the yeah. Thank you, Spirit. They felt intimidated by you, and it was a defense tactic or a defense mechanism for them to kind of deflect that and you know, make you feel as though or make themselves feel like the intimidator, because they really couldn't handle being that weak. But I do feel like, yeah, they definitely are still keeping tabs on you. They definitely would like to reconcile with you, but I don't see it happening. Pisces, I just feel like you really just was like, you know what, forget this. I'm going to go elsewhere where I can grow, where I don't have to, you know, deal with anyone holding back, or anyone, you know, being codependent. You know, Pisces, you want to be in an area where, you know, you can really communicate with the person around you. Okay. And where your generosity is actually appreciated, and not, you know, something to be intimidated by. So you definitely are probably dealing with a very immature narcissist here. Not to say that they aren't a good person. They just weren't ready. They just weren't mature enough emotionally to really understand that someone else's good things aren't anything to be intimidated by. And then somewhere down the line, I just don't see why they just felt as though, yeah, thank you, Spirit. I just keep getting that message. Spirit just keeps giving me that message that they were intimidated by you, Pisces. So they pretty much were trying to like flip the script to make you feel like the intimidated one, so it would give them power. Thank you. So we're going to take a look at some signs from Spirit to see what, you know, signs we can take a look for. Okay. All right. Well, like I was saying before that card flew out, Spirit usually gives us signs, and, you know, whether we recognize them or not, sometimes we do ask for them and still don't recognize them, right? Hopefully this will give us hints as to what Spirit wants us to pay attention to help us recognize this energy. And we have the color red: passion, anger, and courage. Okay. So the color red: passion, anger, courage. We have this beautiful Christmas ornament here. So this might have been somebody that you may have been dealing with since Christmas. It may have started off very, very passionately. Now, all these months later, you know, these 6 or 7 months later, you know, you're dealing with the fact that, you know, this person is not exactly who I thought they were. They're not ready for the relationship that I thought they were ready for. You know, they, you know, have such this angry demeanor towards them, right? When things really should be more celebrated and passionate. The color red, I just feel like, you know, I don't know, you may be wearing red the next time you see this person, or anything like that. But honestly, I just really feel like the color red is just like a warning. Like, red, stay away, stay away. That's definitely what I feel. It's like stranger danger, right? Because you don't know everything about this person. Like, they've been very, 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 very good at keeping themselves you know, just giving you enough information to get by, you know, on them. You know what I mean? But I don't really feel like you know enough about the situation or about this person. Even no matter how long you've dealt with this person, I really don't feel like you know enough about them. You don't really know the most deepest and darkest things about this person. And why? Because they haven't been telling you that. They haven't been telling you that. They've been keeping all of that in. But at the same time, you know, expecting something to really grow and cultivate from the situation, and expecting something, like really expecting something to grow and cultivate. It's like they've been trying to manifest, but then what they got from you, they just felt as though they were just unable to really handle it. And they got very, very defensive, but from their own insecurities. They grow very, very defensive. Let's take a look and see what advice we can use to navigate through this energy. Thank you, Spirit. So we have 2 cards. All right. So the first card we have is card number, what is that? 13, Miracles and Blessings. Everything has its gift. And then we also have card number 48, Demonstrate Love. Find out what's important to the people you love and act on it. I like this. I like this information. I like this advice here because, of course, miracles and blessing, everything has its gift. And I think that the gift here is a lot to do with the experience on both halves. Okay. So whether Pisces, if this is you watching for you, or if you're watching for your, or if you're cross watching for, you know, your Pisces person, just understand that this experience that you are going through or that you went through with this person, it is to learn more about yourself and the things that you will and won't put up with. Okay. Demonstrate love, find out what's important to people and that you love and act on it. And I think for a lot of you, and I feel like this is going out directly to like the cross watcher person here, because I feel like if you or to whomever was the one that was, you know, having such a tight grip on, you know, trying to control everything, you know, that is not necessarily demonstrating love. Like you can love someone all day, but if you don't really show them the right way, and the right way could be any way. The right way is any way that they have expressed to you that they need to be loved. If you aren't able to show that, then you know, it's just, what's the point? What's the point, right? I think that just, I feel like I'm talking to the cross watcher here. I just feel like in a lot of ways, cross watcher or the person who is very, very controlling in this matter, I just think that there's just a lot of personal growth that you need to expound upon at some point down in the future. Yeah, you possibly could be ready for a reconciliation with Pisces or with the other person, but you are going to have to turn this 8 of Wands right side up and actually learn to be a more effective communicator, and learn to allow to let the like with the 8 of Wands, like this, things are really flowing, right? But with it reversed, like things aren't really flowing. Things are blocked. Allow your own personality to flow. Don't block your own personality, even if it is in a dark place right now, okay? Even if it is in a dark place, let it go. Open up, you know, because that is when things will be able to really grow and cultivate the way that they need to grow and cultivate. You know, really let go of those control issues, and all of that will be taken care of. Okay, so Pisces, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. That is your message. But thank you so much for being here, rocking with me. I hope you were able to follow that. Let me know how it works in the comment box below for you. I do appreciate all of your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. They just make me so happy. If you haven't subscribed already, then I invite you to. And if you'd like a more personalized reading, Pisces, go ahead and hit me up. All of my information is in the description box below. Okay, so I hope that you guys have a great rest of your June. I will see you guys next month. Pisces, it's been real.